welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kanika and today we'll be creating a peachy glam makeup look. So let's get started. First off, I'm using the Total Eye Lift Eye Concentrate under my eyes. I know I'm supposed to be using my ring finger, but hey, I was in a rush. Next up is this Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It's a great moisturizer, especially if you have dry skin. And you guys, skin prep is very important before putting on any kind of makeup because it ensures the longevity and also it looks pretty flawless. Now, this product I swear by, it's the Glow Recipes Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Again, amazing if you want to achieve that flawless makeup that looks natural and doesn't look cakey and doesn't sort of break out. So this is a great product for that. Try it out. The next product that I'm using is the MAC Prep Plus Prime Fix Plus Primer and Setting Spray. Now, this is actually a lightweight water mist and it helps soothe and refresh the skin. You can also use it to finish your makeup, but I like to use it as a primer. And you guys, this is my first video, so please excuse me if I keep looking into the wrong camera. I'm just getting used to that. For the primer, I'm going with the Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Oil-Free Primer from Smashbox. I recently tried this out and there's no going back. This is such a great primer if you are looking to blur out those pores and minimize them, and basically you want an instant smoothness to your skin. This is great. Now, as you can see, I literally have dark circles the size of craters. So to hide them, I'm using the color correcting stick from e.l.f. Cosmetics. And then for the redness and any kind of marks on my skin, I'm going with their same stick in a green color. After this, I'm using a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades darker than my skin tone. I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Creamy Beige, and I'm applying it wherever I applied the color corrector. I'm not a big fan of their wand, to be honest. It's not the most smooth application, but at least the formula is really great and it nicely conceals all the spots and flaws. So overall, it's a great concealer for the price. Now, to make sure that my concealer doesn't dry out and blends properly, I'm going in with the Complex Culture Daily Blue Light Defense Mist. This is a facial mist that's going to ensure that my skin's hydrated and the makeup blends out well. Next, I use this concealer brush that I found on Amazon, and I'm going in and blending out all the areas where I had the concealer. This is in fast forward motion, so it looks like I'm being not so gentle on the skin, but all you need to do is make sure that you blend everything out for it to look nice and even. Now with the Damn Beauty blender, I'm actually going to blend everything out further so that everything looks nice and even and flawless. Make sure that your beauty blender is not dripping wet, and you can do that by squeezing out all the excess water. Blend, that's the key. Now for my chapped and dry lips, I'm actually using the Lip Sleeping Mask from Laneige, another great product that I really swear by. For the foundation, I'm going in with Estee Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. I'm in the shade 2N1 Desert Beige. This is a medium to full coverage foundation that has SPF. And to apply that, I'll be using the angled foundation brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics. I like to use the back of the brush to apply the foundation in little dots. That way, I'm not applying a lot of product. I'm covering all the areas. And if you want to build it, you can always go ahead and build it later. But look at that, it looks weird, right? Now, while blending it, try not to drag the foundation. I know it's a little harder with this kind of brush, but what you want to do is dab it instead of dragging it down. On my neck, I know it looks like I'm dragging it, but I will be going in with a beauty blender to eventually blend it all out. So the idea is to dab and not drag. Now with the same damn beauty blender, I'm going in and blending everything out. It is a little tiring and your hand can end up hurting, but trust the process. You will blend everything out and then look at that glow. I just used 2 drops of that foundation and look at that coverage. For the eyes, I'm going in with another one of my favorite concealers, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Full Coverage Concealer in the tone 27S Light Medium Sand, which is slightly lighter for me, but I want that highlight under my eyes. So you can go in with a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, and then going in with another damp beauty blender, but it's a little small and meant for the eyes. It was another great Amazon find. Make sure that you let your concealer sit for at least 15 seconds before going in and blending everything out. So I'm going in and then lightly blending everything. Let's see what the final results are. You saw the before, and with this concealer, you're not going to believe the kind of lift that I get. For the loose powder, I'm going in with Laura Mercier's Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Honey. I read great reviews about this one before purchasing, and it did not disappoint me. Before setting it under the eyes, make sure that you dab off all the excess powder. I'm doing that on my hand, and then look at that glow. It instantly lifts it. Now I'm using the same loose powder under my eyes and kind of baking it in because I will be starting my eye makeup soon and I want to make sure that this helps with the fallout. I also applied it on the sides for baking it later. And for the eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty's Desert Dusk palette. This is such a versatile eye palette. You have all the shades, some of my favorites, the nudes, browns, glitters. And for the base, I'm going in with this shade, Eden. This is like a nice peach color that I'm using for my base color today. And for the brush, I'm using the Morphe Brushes Oval Shadow Brush, which is great for blending out all that color. You don't need a lot of product and make sure to just tap it off before applying it on your eyes. And a little goes a long way because this is such a pigmented eyeshadow. So just apply it and blend out everything. Now, I haven't learned makeup from anywhere. This was just one of, my hobbies, and I've always loved putting on makeup. So, whatever I know is through some YouTube videos, watching my favorites do it, and then learning from there. This, I'm going in with the color Amber from the same palette, and I'll be using the Pro Firm Blending Crease Brush, also from the Morphe brushes. This comes in like a four set. It's called I Got This, and I've had it for over 2 years now, I think. And these are the absolute best brushes that are out there, I think so. So I'm going in with this color and applying it on the crease of my eye in sort of like that inverted U shape. It's slightly darker than the base shade that I went for, so it gives a nice kind of contrast to your base shade also by adding some more nude color. So as you can see, this might look a little orange right now, but we'll blend it out and change it to look more peach. And then also we'll be doing a cut crease here shortly to make it like a full peachy look on the eyes. One of my favorites. I think it's such a versatile look. You don't necessarily have to be wearing peach to wear this look. I think you can wear it with your blacks and whites. It's so versatile. Now to create that cut crease that I just talked about, I'm using the angle liner brush also from Morphe, and took some of the same concealer from before, and I'm just using it on the inner corner of my eyelid. I'm not covering the entire eyelid because the glitter that I want to apply, I want it to stand out. For the glitter shade, I decided to go with this shade called Blood Moon in the same palette, and I'm gently applying it on top of the concealer that I put on with the brush, which is the tapered mini blender brush from the same palette. It's called I Got This once again, and I'm going in and applying the glitter just in the inner corner of my eyes, and then we will be topping that with some loose glitter as well. But if you didn't want to go overboard with the glitter, you can just leave it at that with this glitter shade called Blood Moon, and it would still look so glamorous that it hardly takes any effort. I just used 3 shades. For the eyeliner, I'm going in with the Epic Ink Liner from NYX Cosmetics. It's in the shade EIL01 Black. This is a great eyeliner. It's waterproof as well. The application is super amazing. Like you can hardly go wrong. But I feel like my wings are super tricky when I'm recording something. They turn out to be much better when I'm not, because then I'm not so conscious. And I don't want to screw up my wing, you know? Like I spend so much time putting on that eye makeup, it feels like, that I don't want it to get messed up. But hey, this looks pretty decent. What do you think? I'm risking it further to just smooth everything out and make sure it's nice and perfect. This could have been very risky, but I think I went ahead and just made sure that it's perfect because I think I'm a perfectionist. Oh, there I go again. I don't know why I took that big of a risk when I was filming, but hey, we can always wing it, right? Well, that doesn't look so bad. I'm actually glad with how that turned out. Yeah. Time to move on to those brows. I'll be using the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit Cosmetics. This is in the shade 4.5. I have tried a bunch of brow products before this, I'll be honest, but somehow the kind of finish that I get with this brow pencil is pretty unmatched because it looks very natural. It doesn't look like you plastered on some fake eyebrows. And then you can always kind of blend it out more if you want because the tip is pretty thin. And what I do is I start by outlining my brows, but I make sure I'm not outlining them too much because my natural brows are kind of thin. I don't know, the first time that I probably got them threaded from a salon, they messed it up, and since then I've always had thin brows, no matter how much I try to grow them out. But hey, no worries. I have this pencil to my rescue, so I make sure that it looks nice and natural. You don't have to give, like heavy strokes. It's pretty pigmented, so a light stroke ensures that you get the color on and then you can shape them as you want. Tell me in the comments if you've tried out this product or if there's any other brow product that you recommend. I'd love to know. So I didn't have a brow powder, but I am using this eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. It's the Ayana 5 eyeshadow palette, and I'm using the shade 327 CM Lash Line to fill in my brows with an angled brush. Again, you don't need a lot of product. A little goes a long way, especially when filling in the brows. And then if you start light, you can always fill them on more later if you feel like you need some more product. And then using the spoolie at the back of my Benefit brow pencil, I'm gently combing out my eyebrows to set them in place. You can also spray it with a little setting spray if you don't want them to move throughout the day. So I think I don't need that today, so I'm just using the spoolie. And then using this cute little lash curler that I found on Amazon, I'm going in and curling my lashes before applying mascara. I love all things pink if you haven't noticed till now. So if it's peach, pink, baby pinks, I'm definitely going to buy it. The mascara that I'm using today is called the Monsieur Big Lashes from Lancome. It's actually a lengthening kind of mascara, so my eyelashes are not that thick or fluffy. So I like to use a lengthening or volumizing mascara to just lift them up and make them look like I'm wearing falsies. I also achieve that look with another one of their mascara, which is the Lash Idol from Lancome. I'll probably use it in one of my next videos. I'm going in with a double layer or a double coat to actually give it more volume, but if you're satisfied with just one layer, you can do that. Hey, do you guys make faces while applying mascara? I think I used to make a fish kind of pout, but I've tried to keep my mouth closed and I think I don't look that funny, but it doesn't matter as long as you got that perfect application of the mascara. We all do that. Doesn't that look good? Now using this powder brush from e.l.f. Cosmetics, I'm going to be applying my blush, which is from Kylie Cosmetics in the shade We Are Going Shopping. It's a nice peachy blush. I've had that for a while now, and I think the kind of glow that I get with this blush is quite hard to match because I'm really big on peachy kind of blush tones, and this goes perfect with my skin tone. For the bronzer, I'm going in with this Hoola Caramel from Benefit Cosmetics. This is like a medium deep matte bronzer that you can apply on your face for that natural looking bronzed kiss, sun kiss glow. I'm using a different brush for this that I found on Amazon. I was a little bummed out that mine didn't come with that brush inside, which I've heard such great things about, but I don't know if it was this shade or if it comes with some other shade, but it would have been nice to have that little brush. But hey, we can always use another angled brush, and then I'm using it to apply it underneath my cheekbones and then also on my chin area to get that sort of natural glow. And then using a round, fluffy brush, I'm brushing off all the excess product and making sure that I get a finished look and no harsh lines, which I know it looked like harsh lines initially. I think it's probably that I have the wrong brush. So I'll look for a different brush. If you have any recommendations for that, drop it in the comments. For my nose contour, I'm using the same powder bronzer and I'm using the back of my concealer brush. And then in the middle, I'm applying the same loose powder with this sort of powder puff that I got on Amazon. I think it was a set of three. I got it for hardly like $4 or $5 from Amazon, and it does a great job of making sure that you get in all the loose powder on your face without it looking cakey. For the lips, I used Pat McGrath's lip gloss in the shade Nude Venus. Now let me show you how to get this same eye look. I did one eye already, but I'm going to show you step by step on how to achieve this kind of look. Before applying the loose glitter, I'm using the eye glitter glue from e.l.f. Cosmetics and then going in with this Morphe brush to take some loose glitter. Today I'm using the NYX Cosmetics loose glitter in the shade Rose. It looks more pinkish in the pictures, but it's actually kind of like a peachish shade, and the glitter is really nice and smooth, so it doesn't look clunky. And I'm just applying it on the inner corner, right where I did that cut crease, and not on the entire eye. If you want, you could always do that. Now brushing off all the fallout gently with this fluffy brush. Next, I'm going in with the fake eyelashes. For that, I'm using the Ioni's 3D foaming lashes in Spiky Doll. They were a little tricky to get on, but I think it turned out to be good. And look at how fluffy they look. Now, taking the shade Amber again from the Huda Beauty palette, I'm going to take a round fluffy brush and actually apply it on my waterline, or rather just below that, to make sure that it's nicely blended. For the highlighter, I'm going in with the Kylighter Pressed Illuminating Powder in the shade 020 Ice Me Out. I think there could never be enough highlighter. I'm known for applying too much of it, but hey, I don't mind. I think it gives such a nice glow to your face, especially if you're doing like an evening makeup. You can always double down on it. I feel I'm using this highlighter brush, another one from Amazon, to apply it on my cheekbones and then also on my nose for that extra look at that glow, you guys. What do you think? Isn't that just so good? You can also use your fingers to actually do it. I prefer a brush because I tend to smudge, but on the tip of the nose, I'm using my finger, and see that? And then with the fluffy brush, I'm also applying that highlighter on my brow bone. Just try that out. It makes your eyes pop out and gives it a very nice princessy look. Also applying it on the inner corners again to make those eyes look bigger and popped out. And this is the final look, you guys. Tell me in the comments what you think. Like, share, and subscribe for more such videos, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.